the advent of the connective type of internet, social media, has it had the impact on young people that we're led to believe from just the quote unquote the news? Because you've been directly in there, you were there prior to it, and you've been through it. I'd love to know your perspective on it.
Well, I think, you brought up COVID, and actually I think this is the other thing that has caused this
Yeah.
issue about 1 in 3. Actually, what other difference has there been?
Yep.
It's so astounding, really. I mean, of course, there's wonderful things about, the internet and everything that we are now able to do and find out about and connect with. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like, oh my gosh, we should never be, on the
Yep.
internet or anything. That's not me at all. But I think for young people, it's really, really difficult.
Mm.
You think about when we were at school, you'd be at school and there would be maybe some issue between a few people, and then they'd have a row, and then you'd leave school, and by the next day you'd have a bit of a headspace and kind of like, oh, well, we're all right. Yeah, we're all right. Okay, let's just carry on. Well, nowadays, you have issues in school, let's say, and you have a row with your friend over, the color of your pencil or something like that. And then through the evening, whether it's through WhatsApp, whether it's through Snapchat, whether it's through, other messages, and other people will kind of get involved, and it becomes such a huge issue that by the
Mm.
time you get back the next day, you really are in, as in the two friends are completely at loggerheads with each other, and it's much more difficult to sort out. I heard this interesting statistic recently as from a brain perspective, the fastness that people watch all the Snapchat, and how we kind of move
Mm.
past them. From a brain perspective, it's like a bus is coming to run you over. That's the
Right.
sort of emotional kind of what it does to your brain. So while you're there
Yeah.
just watching all these movies, because it's so quick, and I think most internet, I never know what they're really called, but the things we watch,
Yes.
we normally watch them for about 20 seconds, and then we move
Yes.
to the next one.
Yeah.
You know, in 20 seconds, doof, 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 and if you're
Yeah.
doing that, and I was with a young person, they're on their phone, when your phone tells you how much time you've been on certain apps,
Yes.
17 hours a day, this young person is
Yeah.
on Snapchat. And you're like,
Wow.
how do you even manage, how do,
Yeah.
she doesn't sleep very much, obviously, but how do you even manage to do that? But lots of young people are doing it all the time. And
Yes.
and I was talking to a person again who is very interested in the brain, and she said some young people that work with her, so sort of 25-year-olds, they're working. She has a space where you can go and rent space. They're working, but they've got their phone next to them too, and they're like watching bits as well as working. And it's like your brain can't do two things at once. I know we
Yeah.
all say, well, we can remember a few things.
Yeah.
You actually can't. It flicks between the two. And so they're doing that, they're doing that, they're doing that, and how often do we ever really give ourselves now, you know, 100% attention to one thing? I'm not sure
Mm.
we do, whether it's an
Mm.
Apple Watch or whether it's, whatever kind of watch you've got. You're
Yeah.
always connected to, there's always another part of your brain going, oh, you've just got a message, or you've just got this, or you've just got this, or you need to do the internet, you need to do your emails, you need to check WhatsApp. It's so much pressure, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
absolutely it's had a huge, huge
Mm.
impact on our young people's mental
Yeah.
health. And I saw Pink put a quote out on YouTube saying, I don't care if my child gets bullied. She's never having a mobile phone, and I wonder whether, we'll be looking back 20 years from now going, we were all crazy. Why are we letting our
Mm.
children have these things in their hand where they have access to them 24/7, where they have access to everything?